On January 26, 1943, we were going around our positions along the railroad road near a small river in Stalingrad. When we had finished our detour and were on our way back, I looked around once more, and about 50 meters from the machine gun position I noticed some movement. 2 figures were approaching the bridge under cover of the embankment. In general, it contradicted all the instructions, according to which soldiers had nothing to do there. I raised my binoculars to my eyes and saw there were really 2 people walking calmly and nonchalantly towards the Russian positions. One of them is wearing a leather coat, so it is an officer. He turns his head and then I notice on him shining gold epaulets. There's no doubt about it, it's a general. And it's obvious that he doesn't care about his life at all, if he's walking on the neutral strip. And there is no guard, only one escort. I look closer and recognize that it's General Hartmann, commander of the 71st Infantry Division. So, 2 generals on a no-man's land, without informing the commander of the area, without any guards, and behaving as if on a walk. The 2 generals don't even try to take cover. They have no fear, you can see that, or maybe they think that generals are not taken by bullets. I watch with curiosity to see what they want. Now they are following each other further and further along the embankment. When they stop, one hands something to the other. It must be a clip of ammunition, because the general picks up his rifle and reloads it. Paying no attention to the shooting of the Russians, they continue to talk among themselves. Then they extend their hand to each other. A short handshake, and I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it myself. Both generals quickly climb the embankment and stand between the rails. They lean on their rifles and stand motionless. Hartmann takes off his glove and throws it into the snow. He picks up the rifle, aims, fires, reloads, and fires again. The second general shoots as well. Although the Russians are being hit, they are still standing on the same point and apparently have no intention of leaving. No man in his right mind would stand like that as a target for a novice marksman. It's done with intent, there's no other way to explain it. The general takes out a new clip, inserts it into the magazine, and at that moment falls on his left side and rolls down. The other jumps off the embankment. With such demonstrative behavior there could not have been any other outcome, but it is quite clear that this was their desire. I see the second general trying to help his friend. He gropes his head, his chest, his arms, then straightens up, glances at the spot where he just stood, turns around and walks back with a heavy gait. The next day, the radio was choked with excitement. A German general had died for the Führer, the people, and the Reich. With rifle in hand on the front line. Pompous words about the defense of the German fortress Stalingrad, where the general next to a simple infantryman clinging tenaciously to the last ruins of the walls of the former industrial center on the Volga. These stories are meant to dry the tears of the German people, who mourned their sons and followed their fate with bated breath. Before going to the railroad embankment to meet his death, von Hartmann left a note in which he wrote, "I will not kill myself, but I will try to make the Russians do it. I will rise to my full height on the berm and shoot at the enemy until I die. My wife is a practical woman, she will be able to live with it further. My son has fallen in battle, my daughter is married, this war we will never win, and the man who is at the head of our country has not lived up to our hopes." In his memoirs, personal aide Paulus said that on the eve of von Hartmann's death, the general's voice sounded calm and cold-blooded. Hartmann said that he intended to go to his infantrymen in the front line. In their ranks and among them he will meet his death. Captivity is a dishonor to the general. In his last hours he wants to be with his soldiers, so he goes to them.